Hello and welcome to the CTM NewsBreak, where we keep you up to date on what's happening right here in town. I'm Diane Sherritt-Steimel. It's a new year and census forms are out. Town Clerk Onorina Maloney tells us why it's important that you fill it out and send it in.
The reason why it is very important to answer the census annually is, of course, to keep voters on the active voters list. But it also helps the town with grants, federal funding, to establish residency for in-state tuition, and also veterans benefits.
The census mailing also includes dog license renewal applications. The deadline for dog licensing is March the 1st. Great news for parents. Did you know that there is now an online system to track and add money to student meal accounts? Director of School Nutrition Danielle Collins tells us about sendyourmoneytoschool.com.
And what I want parents to know is that it's absolutely free of charge. You can look at their student's account anytime for free. The only thing that there is a charge associated with is the actual online payment. That money does not go to the Chelmsford Public School System at all. It's just for the transaction fee. And the $2 fee, if let's say you had 5 children, you could send in one payment and you could put a certain amount to each of your children, and it would still only be one transaction fee. However, what I recommend is registering online on sendmoneytoschool.com and then reviewing your child's account. And when the child needs money, send in a check. That's also free.
If you have any problems or issues with creating an account, you can call 978-251-5111 for help. In other school news, the Chelmsford School Committee needs your help. They're requesting feedback about the current school calendar that identifies certain religious denominations for the purpose of scheduling tests and homework. The current policy identifies these holidays as days where no tests or homework can be given. They are now reviewing the existing policy and would like your input. You can go to the site on your screen to answer the following survey questions in order for the school committee to make an informed decision. And finally, a big thumbs up to some 7th grade students at the McCarthy Middle School. They created their own toys using a 3D printer. This machine is transforming how McCarthy 7th grade students learn. The MakerBot 3D printer giving students the ability to not only design items, but print them and see how they function.
This printer is making what we think up in our imaginations come to life.
Teacher Susan Youens says her goal is to engage, educate, and encourage the next generation of engineers.
We went through the engineering process in order to engage the students, to have them better educated on how engineering design works, so they become leading innovators of their generation when they grow up.
They accomplish this by making toys.
We created toys that had multiple pieces, and they worked with each other to ensure that the pieces fit together.
How does it work? Students create a virtual blueprint of their toy. The program then divides the object into digital cross-sections so the printer is able to build it layer by layer. This printer has a non-toxic plastic spool in the back. It looks almost like string. When printing something, it pulls the plastic through a tube and into an extruder, which heats it up and deposits it through a small hole and onto the build plate. What do students think about it?
Cool and a really great tool for learning.
Stuff can just be put into the machine with only dimensions, and it comes out like a solid object, and it's like round and everything and smooth if you want it to be. Like, I got my object back and I couldn't believe it. It was just so cool.
3D printing gives students the unlimited ability to design, test, and engineer projects. Educators say that 3D printing can improve classroom learning by providing a hands-on experience for all students, regardless of their backgrounds and cultural differences. All of the toys were distributed to needy kids through the Toys for Tots charity. How cool is that? Well, thanks for watching the CTM NewsBreak, brought to you by Chelmsford Telemedia. If you have news we can use, contact us at newsbreak@chelmsfordtv.org. I'm Diane Sherritt-Steimel.